Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So, I'm Thibault, and I'd like to start my presentation by reading you a part of a poem. I destroy homes, I tear families apart, take your children, and that's just the start. I'm more costly than diamonds, more precious than gold. The sorrow I bring is a sight to behold. I have many names, but there is one you know best. I'm sure you have heard of me. My name is Thibault. So, this poem was written by a young Indian girl who was in jail for drug charge and was addicted to crystal meth. This little girl died by a meth overdose just after being released, and she wrote this poem. So you may ask how a person could be so aware of the problem of the drug and still be addicted to it. So we are going to see what is exactly methamphetamine by a basic description. Then we'll see the symptom and the causes of the use of crystal methamphetamine. Then the side effects on the user and his entourage. And finally, we will see how people can be treated to leave this addiction. So let's begin with a basic description. So crystal methamphetamine is a synthesis drug. This means it's made in laboratories. The main ingredient is methamphetamine. It was first made in 1887 in Germany, and then Japan adapted the formula to make it more easy to make and more soluble, so it can be more easily injected in the blood. So crystal meth is composed by methamphetamine and other toxic chemicals like guano, with chemical used to clean the floors and the toilets. Breadfruit, some acids, and sodium hydroxide, which is really toxic composants, and it's used to dissolve dead body too. The methamphetamine can be inhalated. You can burn it and make a cigarette to smoke. Injected in the blood, you melt the crystal and you inject yourself directly in the blood, or even ingested. The methamphetamine is legal only in the United States under the name of desoxyn, which is a medication for obesity, and otherwise it's based on the Charter of the United Nations Convention of Psychotropic Substance Treaty. So we're going to see the cause and the effect of crystal meth. So about the desired effects, crystal meth was used during the Second World War by both sides. The main usage was for kamikazes, but it was given to the troops to give them strength and courage, to keep them awake too. It was used by sportive too, obese, to treat their obesity. Use it for its aphoria effects that the methamphetamine produce, and to stay awake longer. So we're going to see the vicious circle of the meth. So the vicious circle starts by a rush, with active just after the take of the methamphetamine, which induces a great sensation of pleasure and lasts about 30 minutes. Then there is something called the high, where the user is very confident. He thinks he's smarter than everyone. He takes part in conversation to give very aggressive. This phase can last between 4 and 16 hours. Then there is the binge, where the effect of drugs start to be less stronger, and the user try to maintain the high by a strong take of alcohol or other drugs or another shot of methamphetamine. After the binge, there is the tweaking, where the user experiments hallucination. He believes he sees bugs under his skin, and he can mutilate himself to try to kill them. During the tweaking, the user is unable to sleep for days. Then there is the crash, where the entire body shuts down, and it's resolved by a long sleep. The user can sleep for 3 days during the crash. Then there is the meth hangover, where the body is really tired, dehydrated, and really exhausted. And the user experiments a strong desire to take meth again. And finally, this period can last between 2 and 40 days, which is a really long period. And finally, the withdrawal, well, when the user can't have pleasure anymore without taking the drug, and when he can start to be really depressed. And at all the point of this circle, the user has a really strong desire to take meth again. So this circle is it's really hard to get out of this vicious circle. So we can see the side effects of the usage. Here you can see a meth user who take meth for 4 years. Face and her skin is really changed because of the hair fall, the teeth damage, the organic failure that can be bring by the meth. The hallucination, the skin is graying, and you can see there is a weight loss because when the user takes meth, he forgot to eat and even to drink, so that's why it's used for obesity too. There is a psychological effect too. The meth user has a strong, can experiment a stronger socialization, and is really obsessed by his desire to seek meth. For example, recently a mother didn't notice his child was dead for 20 hours because she was seeking meth, and she didn't even know how to bring him to the hospital because she was high. So with this drug you can really be in your own world and socialize you really quickly. About the treatment, the most effective treatment today is the prevention. So there is a big campaign called Meth Not Even Once, which use a really shocking image to show you the effect of meth. Here we can see the self-mutilation caused by hallucination in a meth user. But there is a treatment center too for addicts who provide psychological and physical help to them. But because the meth is really addictive, 93% of people who go in treatment center retake meds just after the treatment. So, as we saw before, methamphetamine is a synthesis drug, highly addictive, and we saw that the first use of drug can be really dangerous because of the strong circle of addiction. We we saw that this drug is composed by really bad chemical elements, and it can cause you really strong side effects on the body and psychologically too. And that the treatment is not really effective nowadays to stop user, to help user to go out of this addiction. So here are my sources.